this is the reality of stuff. So you live in your own little cocoon in a protected United States of America, amazing life, and you feel like you can just go on and post stuff and shame people that are worried. That's sad, and it takes it to another level if you feel like you can just be a marketer and profit from it. So if you think someone is being stupid or an idiot, then don't do it yourself. But to go take this moment to call them out shows a lot about your character.
This is The Fighting Entrepreneur, the podcast dedicated to entrepreneurs looking to change the world. Learn how to start, build, and scale a business in today's highly competitive business environment. Here's your host, The Fighting Entrepreneur, Anik Singhal.
So here's the thing. There's really two major things that I want to talk about as we get together today. But before I start, I just want to make sure we're actually live. So I'm just going to check my feed a couple of times. All right, we're live. So we got some people joining in now. Two major things that I want to talk about today. One is I've been talking about it on my profile already, and that is about all the marketer activity that's going on. And I'm not trying to call people out. I'm not creating a war here. I am going to use examples of copy that I've seen that is completely irresponsible, in my opinion. But I'm going to do that in my own Facebook group with my students, and I'm just going to use that as an example of what, shouldn't happen, because I have a lot of copywriters I teach and train. I think it's a good opportunity for them to learn. But here, as a message, as a group, we've got people joining. I just want us to reach an agreement that as a marketer community, what are we going to accept and what are we not? Because I know that as we have these fears of coronavirus, there's people that have their opinions, right? There's so many people that have opinions on what is coronavirus. Is it a real fear? Is it not a real fear? Is it really happening? Is it not really happening? And so here's my take on this. First of all, it's real. Okay? For those of you who are simply saying it's a common cold, I'm sorry. I just don't agree with you, because the percentages speak for themselves. Now, is it as big of an issue as people are making it? Sure, maybe we have some opinions. Maybe there's difference of opinions there. But I'm going to share my personal experience with that. Why do I think this is serious? First of all, just look at the markets. The markets have crashed, right? There's a lot of people losing a lot of money. Now, that might be a joke to you, and you might think that's hilarious, because for me, I frankly don't care. I'm 36. I feel like I'm going to recover. But what about the fact that, like in my case, my dad is retiring in 2 months. So when you are out there publicly shaming people that are worried or that are trying to prepare because you think, oh, it's nothing, everyone's blowing it up, and you're being absolutely disrespectful, I think it's wrong, okay? So this is why I'm saying the public shaming needs to start. So stop. Because in my case, my dad, he's retiring in 2 months. So right now, this is a big deal to him. And so there's two components here I want to talk about. One is, as a marketing community, what are we going to accept? Are we going to use this as an opportunity to profiteer? And I think that's completely wrong. And no one's talking about it. Like, I'm seeing it, and people are messaging, oh, what do you guys think about this? I don't think it's right. Well, I think some of us need to stand up and just say it's wrong. All right? And so cut it out. And frankly, for me, if I see any marketer right now deploying this absolutely real, scary, absolutely serious moment, right, where markets are crashing, countries are being shut down, people are dying, if you think that that's an opportunity to put money in your pocket, we're never going to do business together. I've lost every ounce of respect for you, whatever ounce there could have been. We will never, not like in a month from now or 3 months from now or in a year from now, we will literally never do business together, because I don't respect you. I don't care for that kind of stuff. There are many ways for us to make money, and all of us do just fine. We don't need to profiteer from a moment where people are literally scared shitless if they're going to have a job tomorrow. Right? People are losing money. People that need to retire are losing years worth of hard work. People who actually have the illness, people who are dying from the illness, countries that are being locked down, people who are being quarantined in their homes. That's not funny. I don't care if you think it's an overreaction. It is a reality of some people's lives right now, and it's not funny. And so when you come on Facebook and you're, so that's going to lead me to the second thing. So the marketer thing, look, I've been very vocal about it. And I am going to give actual examples of posts that I think are ridiculous. And if that upsets the people who I call out, to be very frank with you, to hell with you. I don't care. You deserve it, because you shouldn't be putting messaging out there like that. And once you've put it out there, it's public domain. I'm going to use it as a tool to teach my students what not to do. So now let's talk about the reality of this thing, right? So many people are like, oh, everyone's just buying up the toilet paper. This is ridiculous. You guys are insane. You guys are stupid. That's the reality of it. That's how people feel. There is a true panic. Okay, it's the media's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's China's fault. It's the reality that we need to worry about. And if someone's buying a lot of toilet paper because that makes them feel comfortable and like they're prepared, then let them buy their toilet paper and be prepared. All right? That's how they feel prepared. We have no right to attack them because that's how they feel that they're going to be prepared. Now, I did a thing yesterday, and I was literally completely taken aback by this. Someone posted like, hey, digital marketers, or you digital people, are you actually getting impacted by this? And my initial reaction was, no, I have run a digital business. I'm going to be fine. That doesn't make me insensitive to the various people that won't be. I took the team out to lunch today. I fully realized that's probably the last time we're going to go out to lunch for some time. Took the whole team out to lunch, and all I could do was look at the waiters and waitresses and the hosts and the chefs in the back. What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to the waitress who works an hourly job and relies on tips when no one's coming to the restaurant? So when she's worried or he's worried on Facebook and we decide to publicly shame that person, that's ridiculous. Your post in reply to that person telling them that their worries and their fears are irrelevant is BS. And I will tell you, take a second and see what you're contributing is actually of any value. Because I wasn't going to do this post because I don't want to feed in to the negativity. But there's no one else talking about it. So actually there is one person, and I want to really just give her a shout out. She has no idea I'm calling her out today. She has nothing to do with this rant. So if I'm offending you, don't take this on her. But Julie Stoyan, I don't know how to say her last name. I just spoke to her recently. She created a Facebook group. She created a place that's safe and said, bring your concerns here. And she was the first person I saw that said, stop publicly shaming people who are worried about this. Listen, yesterday when I sat down to do the exercise, I realized my business, I have a lot of companies. And between my companies, I've already taken about $1 million hit. Like, we have to cancel an event next month. We're canceling an event that's happening at the end of the month. That's probably about $250,000 hit. And another company, we're probably going to have to delay another event, if not cancel it. We're going to do in May. That's probably about $250,000 hit. You know, our company, one of our companies was going to have a booth at Traffic and Conversion that gets a lot of business. We're not going to have that anymore. What about our own peers like Traffic and Conversion? Can you imagine what they're going through with this massive event with thousands of people that are coming that they now have to take that hit? This is reality. And so when you go on to Facebook and you post like, it's just a conspiracy, it's blah, 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 you're stupid, you're an idiot, that's your opinion and that's fine, but are you contributing anything of value at that moment to that person who's facing a reality that they have a problem? There are people literally, and there's actually people dying from this. So when you say, this is stupid, it's just another cold, or it's just another flu, there are people dying from this. So this is disrespectful to them. And quite honestly, the data shows that, yeah, it's not hurting younger people, but the death rate is far higher than that of a flu. A flu doesn't kill 3% of the people that get infected by it. Not from the data I saw, and I'm not by any means saying I've seen like all the data out there, right? So I'm taking a hit financially. That's fine, I can absorb it. There's a lot of people that cannot absorb it. So what's happening today, like I see posts like, oh, you know, the NBA finally decided to shut down and now people are taking it seriously. People are stupid. No, this is just reality. People are finally starting to realize, wow, things are serious. The market keeps crashing. This is not people being stupid. Guys, this is reality. This is when we help one another. We don't publicly shame one another. And to the other part, so that's the two parts I wanted to talk about. Marketers, if you find that this is an opportunity for you to literally send out emails like how to profit from coronavirus, if that's where you stand on this, good for you. We're not going to ever do stuff together. We probably don't, and you probably don't care, and I don't care, and it's all good, right? But this is the moment where I personally feel like you represent yourself and you say what you stand for. Even if you think that this isn't a big deal and it's something that you feel you can make fun of and profit from, the fact alone that you disrespect everybody else that is dealing with the reality of this at that level means I don't want you to be recognized. I don't want you to be linked to me. All right, so this is me standing up and speaking that as a community, can we please reach out? If you see a friend of yours or a marketer or someone that you know, can you please reach out to them? And can you tell them to stop it? Right? Stop it. And it's not cool. It's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. Not with me, not with anybody. I never get on posts. I never get fired up like this. I never try to create drama. I'm always the nice guy in the back. I don't like to pick on stuff. But this stuff is serious, man. Like my wife and I, we work in nonprofits in literally the slums of India. And every night I'm thinking about the fact that if the coronavirus gets into those slums, that's it. There's no control over that. It's a swarm of people that don't have medical care, that are literally already living in unhygienic situations, that are already broke and poor, and you can't quarantine them. Like, this is the reality of stuff. So you live in your own little cocoon in a protected United States of America, amazing life, and you feel like you can just go on and post stuff and shame people that are worried. That's sad, and it takes it to another level if you feel like you can just be a marketer and profit from it. So if you think someone is being stupid or an idiot, then don't do it yourself. But to go take this moment to call them out shows a lot about your character. Believe it or not, that's the truth. And if you feel like you displaying that kind of negativity is important for you to call out other people who are truly worried, then that says a lot about your character, and I just feel bad for you. That's the truth. So that is really what I wanted to say here. Where am I on this? Are we overreacting to the coronavirus? Are we not? I don't know. Hey, I have absolutely zero credibility in this. I can read some articles, and then when I read an article, I'll have someone tell me, oh, that's bullshit. You're reading into the conspiracy theories. Well, thanks. You added a ton of value into my life. Or that article is sponsored by so-and-so. Don't read that. Read this. Read this. I don't care. I'm dealing with the reality right now. My reality is, what can I at Learn do to better serve my customers, to make their life a little bit easier, because they're stressed right now. All right? There are people that are panicking. There are people that are really worried about stuff. What can I do? So I want to call out Loom. Thank you. Loom did this. I've heard other companies are doing it. Inspired me at Learn to figure out, what can I do to contribute positively and not continue the negativity going. I don't know yet. I literally just saw the Loom thing. I posted it on my page a little while ago. So I'm going to try to figure out something at Learn that we can do. But what can you do that just helps people, right? This is a reality of some people, and you coming on and just being arrogant and talking about how most people are stupid, well, it's ridiculous. My reality is, how can I protect my team? Right? My reality is, how can I protect my family? So if I go and spend $1,000 on Amazon right now to buy stuff, yeah, damn straight, I will, because I want to protect my wife. And if that makes you feel stupid, or if I bought up the toilet paper that you wanted to buy, well, that's your problem, man. Right? And you're going to call me out on Facebook. You're not going to get in the way of me protecting my family. You're not going to get in the way of me protecting my family, my parents, my wife, my team, my customers. So, quite frankly, if I want to be prepared, that's my business, none of yours. And if you don't want to be prepared, that's your business, none of mine. But to say that I'm preparing or someone is preparing is stupid just shows a lot about your character. That's all I'm going to say right now. And regarding the marketers, I've grabbed about 3 or 4 pieces of copy that I'm going to go ahead and review. And I'm not trying to shame them. I'm not trying to call them out. I'm also not trying to protect them. It's not like I'm protecting their names. I'm going to do it in my own group. I'm not going to do it publicly. I'm just going to use it as an example so my students can see where I stand, because it's literally, I teach this all the time. I say that with copywriting, I say it's a great power, and with great power comes great responsibility. You could use it for evil or you could use it for good. I literally just got done filming this in one of my videos. One of my AV team members said, Anik, you just said this like a few days ago in a video you filmed. I'm like, I know. And right now I see it being used for evil. And I just want to make a stand for it. Like, even with my students, I want to tell my students, like, if you use what I teach you in this way, you're not going to be in this community. Like, you're not going to be allowed in the community, because that's not the way I intend for it to be used. So for marketers, my request to all of you marketers, and I can actually see comments. This is my request to marketers out there right now. Can you please make a commitment that we as a community are going to call out our friends in private? Sometimes I get it. Some people they're not catching it. They're doing it. They're just not catching that it might be a little wrong. Can you please make it a point to reach out to them and ask them to stop? Like, this is not the right time. This is not the right way. This is not how we as a community reflect ourselves upon the world. This is not what we do. We get to stand up and be more like Loom, and we get to figure out and unite and see how we make everyone's stress a little bit less, right? I teach internet marketing. I teach business building. I don't know what I can do to contribute to combating coronavirus. I know I can help not make it worse, but maybe just one little gesture I can do to bring a smile on one of my customers' faces, so that for that 10 seconds, They're not stressing about coronavirus. They're saying, wow, thank you. Like, what can we do? What more of that can we do as a community? Not sending out messages that are profiting from it by fear-mongering it more. Anyways, this is my thoughts. I don't know what we've got going on, if anyone's even left comments. Let's see here. Bobby, thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally cool for listening to. If you guys don't agree with me, we could talk more about it. I'm coming out publicly. Let's see here. Yeah, Michael says, who cares about whose fault it is? Let's deal with the issues on the ground. Anthony says, thank you, Onik. Being on the ground here in Italy and seeing ads promoting shit on the back is disgusting. Yeah, I can only imagine being in Italy right now and seeing that. I mean, geez, you know, hell, I'm in Maryland. We only have like 12 cases here. We're not on lockdown. I'm moving around, and I still feel like it's ridiculous. All right, awesome. Let's see. Anyone have any ideas? Anyone have any thoughts? I'd love to get people involved in the discussion, right? You know, I put in my message, right? Like I put at the top, like I'm already estimating I've lost $1 million. I don't give a shit. I don't care. The reason I put that there is because I want you to understand, just because we're digital doesn't mean we're not going to get impacted by this. Like, this is a reality for everybody. I'm sorry, if you're on that conspiracy side and you think, oh, this is bullshit. Well, yeah, I mean, check your bank account, check your mutual funds, check your accounts. Like, it's hurting you. So you just get on the train right now, because this is a reality, whether it's ideal or not. Let's see here. Donna says, I applaud companies like Amazon who are removing products that are price gouging. Hell yes. Thank you, Amazon. That is ridiculous stuff. And YouTube, who's demonetizing Corona-related videos. Perfect. This is what we should be doing. And the day that we marketers need to learn corporate responsibility or morality from the big companies is the day we've failed. Let's see here. Jennifer says, I have a sister who works for the Washington State Health Department and a sister who works for Salt Lake City Police Department. Both are way too close to the virus for my comfort. I mean, that's a real fear right there. I share lots of, I share lots of memes that show humor about the hoarding and safety outputs because I'm trying to keep my cool. All right. That's fine. I mean, it's probably not something I would do, Jennifer, but that's okay. I mean, if that's your way of coping, I personally wouldn't go there. So Dr. Mike in the house talking about internet marketers being epidemiologist experts. What the heck does that even mean? You're too smart, Dr. Mike. I can't even say the word. Epidemiologist. So I want to hear some ideas. Like, what do you guys think we could do as a marketing community to help ease in the load a little bit and spread positivity? Because I don't know, right? Like, I sell, like, I don't know what the heck copywriting. Like, okay, here's one thing I can do. I can go yell at my copywriting students to make sure they don't put out messages like that. Like, that's one thing I can do. But I mean, I teach Facebook ads, I teach webinars, I teach, email marketing. Like, my mind is boggled right now because we're here on the, like, people are dying and all. Like, this is a big issue, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to help with that. So that's really it, guys. My request to you is please stop publicly shaming people. If you don't have anything of value to add, you do not need to add your nonsense. If someone wants to prepare, let them prepare. If someone wants to have a panic attack, that's their damn right. Let them do what they think is best for their family. You do what's best for yours. But going out there and publicly shaming them for it is sad. And I haven't done it yet, and I don't intend to do it. I don't agree with the level of panic. But I'll tell you this. Here's another reality that most people should know about me and why I'm taking this so personally. I'm on immunosuppressants. So when you tell me, it's just another cold, it's just another flu, you're freaking out, stop freaking out. I literally take medicines that suppress my immune system. So should you tell me that, or should I not be worried? Right? Because if you research it, they literally say the one medicine they say don't be taking right now is the one I'm on a heavy dosage of. So do I have a right to be worried? Do you want to publicly shame me for being worried? I hope not, right? So you just don't know what people are going through. You don't know how this is impacting different people. So 2 points here. Stop with the public shaming. Just be a decent human now, right? Like, just let people do what they need to do. Spread some positivity, spread some goodness. And that doesn't mean calling people who are worried idiots. It doesn't help, by the way. When you call someone who's worried an idiot, you didn't solve their problem. They didn't stop worrying instantly. The second thing, this is my second request, all right? Marketers, stop it. And my ask of you is, if you see a marketer doing it, please ask them to stop. All right? As a community, we go out and we make it stop. That's my request to you guys. I'm trying to see if anyone has. Katie says we can help spread info on prevention and publicize legit donation options. Hell yeah, I love that. Mary's praying for me. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Dr. Mike says, be a good human. Heck yes. Roy says, pretty sure I just saw FTC has already made moves to go over people making claims and taking advantage of the hype. Yep. All right. Let's see here. We're good. All right, I'm done ranting for the day. This was my message. I didn't want to sit on this for too long because then I felt like I'm just being a part of the problem. And I'm not saying my 2 cents, my piece of this. All right, yeah, and stop with the negative marketing. That's it, right? Okay, I'm good ranting. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm sorry I didn't get to read everyone's comments. I'm going to reply to some of you guys. I'll go back into the chat later. Just my thoughts, trying to get us to readjust how we address this thing. Stay safe, everyone. Go out there, do what you need to do to prepare. This thing is real. Praying for all of you. So far, at least here where we are, we're still blessed. We're preparing, and I'm just praying for everybody. There's a lot of people in this world, guys, that just don't have the luxuries that we do in this country. So when we talk smack about America, we talk about how horrible America is, man, we are in probably the best place to be able to deal with something like this. So I feel very blessed. I feel very appreciative and truly grateful for where we are. I pray for those who don't have this luxury. I pray for those families who are going through anything related to this. And I just ask that we all send them good thoughts. Stay safe, all right? And the fighting entrepreneur, he always says, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. Love you guys. Go out there and do some good. Let me know if I can help you in any way. Talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Onyx Singal.